Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ankita Karg. I work as a product manager in the technology sector, and here I discuss various topics related to product management. So now let's quickly get started with today's topic. So today's topic of discussion is what is product strategy and how can a product manager at various levels become a part of the product strategy. Basically there are three parts to product strategy. One is vision of the product, next is goal of the product, and the initiative of the product, high level initiative of the product with the tentative timelines to achieve the vision and the goal that you have stated in the product sheet. There are two other very important parts which you should not skip in product strategy doc is assumptions and risks. Like whenever you're defining the vision, goal and the initiatives, you always have to mention the assumptions and risks that come with it. Coming to the second part is how can you be a part of the product strategy? No matter how small a product line you own, your product feature will always contribute towards the larger vision and goal of the overall product. So as a PM, we'll have to decide the vision of the product parts that we own and how does this satisfy and by how much quantity does this satisfy the goal of the product and such that the overall goal is fulfilled. Now let's go into each part of the product strategy. So the first part is vision of the product. So vision of the product is basically the long-term vision of the product. Depending on the stage of your product in which your product is in, you can define a vision for your product. Now let's say your product is in 0 to 1 stage. Then most likely we are going to define a vision for next 6 months or maximum a year, because in this stage we have to iterate a lot and pivot also if required. If your product is in 1 to 10 stage, then maybe you can define the vision for next 2 years. The vision statement will depend on the product market fit of your product. Now there are three other sections in this strategy after the vision of the product, which is not mandatory. Depending on whether your product needs it or not, you have to add it. The first is business model of the product. This will define how the product is going to make revenue. Usually in the B2C world, this comes really important after the product market fit stage. Second section is the positioning of the product. It helps where your product fits in the marketplace and the unique benefits that your feature or your product provides. This is the storytelling part of the product and is really important for growth. Next is personas and competitive landscape. Who are you developing the product for? What is their use case? And are they using anything else to fulfill that need that you are solving for? So these are the three other sections that you add. Now coming to the next section, major section is the goal of the product. So a product vision should lead to high level strategic goals. These goals will in turn influence the team's priorities and its product roadmap as well. Some examples of product goal are like increasing the free trial downloads by 50% in the next 6 months, or maybe taking the app review ratings by, let's say, by 0.5. So or it can also be like generating a revenue target, right? Like let's say you have a target of generating $3 million in the next 12 months. And it can also be something like increasing engagement by 20% on a particular avenue so that your retention goes up by 2%. So these are the common examples of the goals. Coming to the next section of your product documentation, it is initiatives. Initiatives with tentative timelines to achieve this vision and goal. So this is the plan of the product. Initiatives are basically high level efforts and big themes of work that needs to be implemented to achieve the goals that you have designed earlier. So these strategic investments link your goal to everything planned on your roadmap. This is where every idea or feature to be executed gets validated against the product goal and gets eliminated if necessary. This section will contain every large bet that you are taking and everything that is required to achieve the goal. Now coming to the other two important parts of the strategy that I had mentioned before. The first one is assumption. This is highly important because goal we have taken is based on an assumption of user behavior, market dynamics, government policies, legal policies, etc. So we have to state all the assumptions that we have taken while creating a plan of initiative to achieve the goal and vision. The next one is risk. So obviously when we are developing a strategy or a high level plan for our product, there's a lot of unknowns in our market or in our world. For example, a lot of input metrics are very hard to figure out, and we have to rely a lot on the output metric. This makes plan more of bets and experimentation, which is what product management is at most of the times. Experimentation, iteration and learning. So we have to state all the risks and all the unknowns that you do not know, and it is very important for the plan, the product plan or the high level initiative that you have made. Those were the 5 parts to product strategy. The strategy has to be dynamic. It can be changed even after being created in ever changing world and new trends coming up almost maybe every quarter. So as product managers, we have to be on top of these trends, these changes, and make our strategy evolve accordingly. Now, thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you want to discuss anything in particular. I can make a video especially on that topic of product management. Thanks a lot again.